seconds to go. Terrific Monday. Okay Tuesday. Are we in for a comeback Wednesday? Well, the screen is telling you that we could be in for a flat start, but I think the breadth of the market, courtesy of the Johnny Come Lately crowd, I think it really could extend itself for another 2 or 3 days. But to make a case that we are in for a smashing kind of a market from here looks unlikely. But markets are markets; they surprise you. Sometimes they delight you. And today the opening is exactly on expected line, so no surprise and no delight there. Swiggy is again popping up on my screen in terms of volumes. Someone is really selling and someone's really buying. Yesterday block deal and today it is really clocking big volumes. Worth checking if it's a block deal there. Sagility was locked up yesterday. I can see it's moving higher. Garden Reach Shipbuilders 11% higher. Vishal Mega Mart again moving higher. Bharti, quick reaction to the numbers, that's what I can say. BSC is just towering and towering and towering. Continues its uptrend, but I think defense is where the action has really started. BEL, HALs of the world. I mean, anything which has got to do with drone directly or indirectly, folks, remember, it is something which you need to consider. If 300 years ago, wars were decided by the cavalry strength and by the elephant and horses you have, and then if tanks were the changing factor in World War I, and if missiles were the most talked about things when it came to the war 20 years ago. Now I think it's drone. Drone is the new bullet, and anything and everything which has got to do with drone today seems to be moving higher. So Garden Shipyard is up, Bharat Dynamics is up, and BEL also seems to be chunking along very, very smartly.
Well, yes, other than that, in some of the other movers, it's Tata Steel that is leading it from the front after a lot of brokerage upgrades coming in post the earnings. Tata Steel, a 2% jump coming in on this particular counter. Within financials, the Shriram Finance, which is perking up with a 2% of gain right now. Other than that, HDFC Life is also one of the movers in Reliance. That is also inching up higher with a 0.5% of the gain. What's not doing well is Tata Motors taking a back seat after the earnings. Cipla also down about 2.5%. The FY26 guidance and EBITDA margin guidance is not looking that great for itself. Hero MotoCorp, a bit of a profit booking coming in after a good set of earnings. A 2% decline is what we are witnessing, and along with that, the management also has now come out with the announcement that they have actually cancelled their investor day meet that was planned for May 19. So maybe some reaction on that front. Asian Paints down almost 1%, and as of now, what we are seeing on the index, they have retraced from the day's highest point for themselves, almost a flat sort of a trade for Nifty as well as Bank Nifty, but still clinging on to that shade of green, and the breadth of the market too is clear, looking quite cheerful as we speak right now. In some of the other movers, it's the OMC's counters that are doing well. Other than that, it's Max Financials up around 3.5% in trade right now, and Nykaa too, like we have been highlighting, that this is one of the counters on the back of the MSCI reject that has been announced. This counter is in focus. Almost a 2% jump is what we are seeing in this counter. Siemens too, a 2% uptick post the earnings, and within the metal pack, it's SAIL, Nalco. They are also doing well in trade as we speak right now. But Kunal, how do you see this sort of almost a flat start for the markets, and which are your top first ideas for our viewers?
So I think it's as per the expectations. We were looking at 24,500 mark as a pivot for the Nifty. So I think we should probably just about hang around into this zone for a good part of the day, at least in the first half today. In terms of opening trade, I would look at NBCC as a very interesting chart. The stock making a comeback, completing a bullish flag formation and trading about the 100 levels, which is a breakout point for NBCC.